Hi, guys, and welcome back. And for those tuning in for the first time, you have my gratitude. Well, as the title suggests, I have purchased Predator Hunting Grounds and the deluxe version for my PS4. My reasons for purchasing this game are too numerous to mention in this one video, but I will list some of them. Firstly, I have been a fan of the Predator franchise for several years now, and I particularly enjoy the very first film starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. That movie left an indelible impression. To further illustrate how much of a fan I've become, see my other videos in which I display my posters, statues, and gameplay. My gameplay is mostly of AVP 2010, and I usually play as the Predator there. But there's some interesting stuff in there which I've discovered playing my favorite game mode, which is Survivor. And so I discovered many things, many glitches in the map and of the various maps. All six maps have some kind of glitch or another, and I talk about that. And so it's a lot of fun. But anyways, before I go on, I just want to tip my hat to Irfanic and Sony for a job well done with this game. Predator Hunting Grounds, in my opinion, captures the feel of the first movie in many ways. The jungle was the setting in the first movie, and so it is in this game. Getting back to the chopper, a throwback to the movie, was included. A fire team defending themselves from a marauding predator is also a throwback to that first film. I'm glad Predator Hunting Grounds was available this past March 27th to 29 on a free trial weekend. Without that experience, although limited, it was an eye-opener for me. I generally wait for a while after a game has been released and reviewed by others before I make a purchase decision. But in this case, I was smitten right from the outset. My only gripe with this game is that it isn't available for Xbox. Luckily for me, my friend lent me her PS4. I do not play video games on my PC, so that wasn't an option. So like probably many others, I was compelled to purchase my very own and first PlayStation 4. I'm sure Sony and Irfanic are celebrating. And now for some of the specific likes of the game. Firstly, the Predator weapons are there. The net gun, combi stick, smart disc, caster, and a mimicking device, the healing syringe, and some other additions that I did not think that would be. And that is surprise. There was a bear trap that the Predator can put out in the field when playing in the multiplayer to trap its prey. That was a nice thing. Um, of course, the other traditional things that the Predator carries, like the biomask and using the thermal vision, that was there. It was nice to see the Predator climbing the trees in a more smoother fashion than what the earlier trailers had demonstrated. Uh, to top that, there was a female predator, which that was a very interesting. And there was a predator bow and arrow. Now, if the bow and arrow works in any way, like that of you might find in the game Tomb Raider, where Lara Croft uses a bow and arrow, as our primary weapon. Uh, if it operates anything like that, I'm sure that there will be some female players drawn to the game and Tomb Raider players drawn to this game as a result of including that in the game. Um, so I was quite happy to see that. That went beyond my expectations. Finally, guys, there are three classes of predators to select from. There's the hunter, that has a versatile hunting style and balanced weapon choice. There is a Berserker that has a savage power and extra health. And finally, the Scout with increased speed and ultimate stamina. To win as a Predator, you must eliminate the fire team. And if the fire team is able to down the Predator, and the Predator is on his or her last legs, and if the Predator doesn't set the self-destruction device on his gauntlet before the fire team can deactivate that self-destruct, then the Predator is a gunner. Because the fire team then, the Predator then just dies, and what the fire team needs to do then is hang around the body, protect it from the AI generated characters, and you do that for a short period of time, and therefore you'll get a animation which says "Good luck, successful outing, guys. You'll be rewarded. You kept the Predator from falling into the hands of the enemy." That thing. Now, on the other hand, if the Predator is able to set off the self-destructive device, the the fire team has to get out of the range of the blast radius of that self-destructive device. So you win that way. The other way the fire team wins is to get to the chopper, which is a take back from the movie. So that was pretty good. Now, the fire team in this game, you have the choice of several weapons, and you have the choice of several specialists within that team. You could be a sniper and assault guy, and whatever. A cute thing that I found was that you can mud yourself up. That is, take mud from the ground, smear it on yourself if you're the fire team, and that helps to keep the Predator from finding your heat signature. And that was again a throwback to the movie, because in the movie Arnold, when he's falling down a cliff and falls into some sort of lake, he then is crawling to the seashore, or to the shore line, and as he turns around, he's all muddied up, and the Predator is right on his tails and is looking for Arnold, and Arnold is not seen by the Predator because he's all muddied up, and that helped reduce his heat signature from the Predator. So that is a cool stuff that I found in the game. Anyways, guys, I'm going to move on to what the deluxe edition has to offer for those that are not familiar with that. So, guys, here we are at the digital deluxe edition. If I understand it correctly, and from what I saw from some of the other reviewers of the game, they were saying that this is only available to the PlayStation players and not on the PC. So that was interesting. So the two things that I really like about this is the 5 field lockers. So when I use the 5 field lockers, it was interesting because you can, of course, unlock certain things, and you get in-game coins or value, cash, or whatever you call it, and you use that in-game purchases to purchase things at the field locker. The other thing I find interesting is that you get extra 48 hours of play, because from what I understand, that any of the progress you made does not carry over once the game is officially released on the 24th. So I think people would have to start from scratch when it comes to unlocking things. So I really like those two features, the 48 hours, double XP, and the 5 field lockers. I like the theme Fire Team Camo weapon skin, and of course the 87 Predator skin. I like that. And then you get the Predator Eclipse mask. The one other thing that I like, and it's supposed to be an exclusive, is that you get the PS4 dynamic theme, and that's what we were watching earlier. where the Predator is holding his combi stick, and you had the background music playing from the game. And then I switched over to the fire team, and that was dynamic because it went from single player to the all four players and so forth. You also get Old Painless, the minigun. Uh, Jesse Ventura had that weapon in the first movie, so that was a welcome sight. Seeing that in the game, I did unlock that, and like I said, I didn't really play the multiplayer. I played a solo private match, and I was able to unlock that weapon, which was kind of nice. It took a little while to get used to it. It has a slow startup, so that was nice. That was very nice. So, guys, check out this countdown. It says the game will be playable in 3 hours, 3 days. What I'm talking about? 3 days, 11 hours, 10 minutes, and 8 seconds. And it says expected auto download 422. So I don't understand that because the game is supposed to be released officially on the 24th. Yet it says here expected download on 422. So does that mean that there are other things that could expect uh, besides the official release of the game? That is interesting. I'll have to find out. So, all right, guys. Again, thank you for joining me. Um, and if you're new, if you can't, just subscribe. I will be posting more of these videos, Predator Hunting Grounds. My videos do have diverse social and gameplay um, views. So again, join me in any future video. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye. Have a great day.